What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Thank you guys again for joining us for another helpful video. I'm sorry that this has taken such a long time. Again, I was getting my screen ready, so I hope that I can break it down for you in time and still be able to take advantage of opportunity. There's actually 22 seconds left. Pretty much what I'm going to be calling out is that UGAS is still up. UGAS is at 1085 to 1086. This is something that we called out yesterday. I got in at $10.60 yesterday. I sold yesterday at 1070 and I got in for a second entry, so we can see that we're up during pre-market hours. We're approaching the resistance, and it's been riding the red VWAP all day or all morning. So market has opened, and let's go ahead and see if we can find any decent runners as well. Looks like we have RGSC starting to run, just broke above the red VWAP. And if we, oh, there it goes, seeing a pullback. But RGSC has been doing extremely well this week, just because of the nice little pumps that it's been having. TEVA, looks like it was staying pretty stagnant at around 110 to 120. It looks like it's having a little bit of a pullback, might break below 110, 1610, I apologize. Not too much going on at that price point. Let me go ahead and set my alert. I just want to make sure that it doesn't really drop below $16. But I wanted to talk to you guys about a very simple concept on, when there's, oh, there we go. When there's so many different stocks to trade, how is it that someone can come up with, what is it that, they want to take advantage of, and how is it that they do it? There's so many different stocks that people are trading, or even suggestions. So if you're part of any group chat, if you're not even a part of ours, you might be like, there's just so many options that are given that it's very overwhelming to decide on, what is the best stock to choose. I believe we called out CAPR yesterday. We called the overall support at $3. We said if it holds above 3, great. If it doesn't, then, we're probably not going to trade it. It looks like it's trying to hold very well. It's trying to hold. It doesn't look like it's holding very well. We have a couple buyers. There it goes, just broke below $3. And the reason that we don't want it to continue to drop is because it's going to be continuously showing a downward trend. Something that like CAPR, keep your eyes on, RGSC as well. They've just been, and CLSN, they've just been like, crazy runners. They have pretty solid pullbacks, but once they pull back and once they fully pull back, just like, I don't know if you guys saw, a couple minutes ago, it pulled back to about 255. Right now it's back up to about 273, so it's up 7%. So it's very, with these specific pullbacks at the current time that we, the market's at right now, and where these stocks are currently at, they've been doing very well in, continuing to trend, and to break during pre-market hours. We had one of our traders call out GoPro. The reason that they found GoPro so attractive is because the huge drop that it had from highs of 1190 to about $10, hit lows of 1016. Looks like it's already starting to show signs of an upward trend. I just got the alert that CAPR went below $3. Let's see. Alrighty, so okay, there's the sell-off with GoPro overall. If you guys see, basically when GoPro has been continuously seeing an upward trend, it looks like it increases about $2, pulls back about $1, and then it pulls back, about another $2 or $1.50. Has another pullback, identified its support here at around 1050. Nice little pop to $12, and then it had another solid pullback. So with these pullbacks, and this is just my style, I really like getting in at a really good entry point when it comes down to buying the dip. That's something that I think people kind of know me as. Like GoPro itself right now, if you guys can see right now where it's at, it's about $10.30. We can see the MACD indicator still indicating that it's still going to be seeing a downward trend. I would say be patient, make sure that it truly identifies its support, and then it starts showing signs of an upward trend. Once you have that indication, formulate your plan. Identify a good buy point, good sell point, and where you're going to be cutting your losses, and make sure that the reward/risk ratio is worth it, making sure that your potential for profit is much greater than your potential for loss. So there we go. We have our first green candle. Looks like it's bouncing right off the golden VWAP, and that is at around $10.30. There it goes. It starts pumping up, and it's definitely seen a good amount of volume. So basically, for what GoPro is, it moved around pretty nicely, but I guess it's not seeing the most volume altogether. Let's go ahead and go down the list real quick. We have AMD and its very famous pullback. It's something that it does like very often. I expect this one to pull back. Looks like during pre-market hours it hit lows of almost 315. Looks like it's already trying to climb back up. I still think AMD, basically on its on previous trends, has a very common trend of having a nice little pump and then pulling back again. So just take that in consideration. Looks like CLSN still not moving the way that a lot of momentum traders would want to. There's no real break. CTRV, pretty solid dip. Okay, not a lot of volume. Not something that I like. Yeah, there it goes. GoPro still at $10.30. Be patient. Wait for a good entry point. X is hitting a resistance at about $27. Oh, guys, I'm gonna sneeze. There we go. This is the one that, now I don't want to say keep your eyes on this one, but this is one that is pulling back, dropped below $3, but if we can get it to break above $3 again, then that could be a pretty solid, sign or indication that the $3 support is still valid, but it's still continuing to drop. So due to its overprice, I think it's most likely going to be trying to head back down. It looks like it had a double top around here at $4. Wasn't able to hold. Now is heading back down to the support at around $2.50, and then back to the support at $2, and then back to the support overall at that $1 price point. So do you guys see that trend that it's it was scalping up, wasn't able to break and hold, therefore now it starts to see a downward trend. Doesn't mean 100% that's exactly what it's going to do. It might have a little bit more in it. Just make sure that if it indicates an upward trend, then take advantage of the opportunity if you see value in it, and if it doesn't, then just be patient. Invest in quality stocks. Okay. Where's my UGAS? Not too sure if it got removed from my watch list just a couple seconds ago. Whoa, TEVA is dropping. TEVA at 1585, 1580. Looks like it's dropping pretty hard. Based on previous lows, yesterday it dropped to lows of about 1530, or no, dropped to lows of about 1570. So that was the overall support that it built yesterday. So I'll decide to cut my losses there. If it drops below it, I took a very small position on TEVA regardless. GNCA. Oh, okay. Well, this thing's approaching the resistance at $1.50. I think we've called this one out before on how this can be a pretty solid breakout if it has a nice pop in volume, just because it has that margin to make up. I'm not too sure if you guys know what I'm talking about, but when a stock sees a huge drop, builds a support and then starts to see an upward trend, there's this resistance or this ceiling at $1.50 that it's usually like a technical breakout, and we could sometimes see like a pretty solid spike. Looks like it's still seeing an upward trend, so this might be something that I might want to get into. I'll cut losses if it drops below 150, but as long as it continues to see an upward trend, then this could be a pretty solid pick where I can there it goes with a little pullback. But I'm gonna give it some time, and if it continues to hold above 150, then again its old resistance level now became a new support level, and maybe we can start trending from $1.50 to $2. Looks like it's pulling back a little bit, so but I think out of every single one that I've looked at today, this one's the one that I see the most value in, that's truly showing signs of an upward trend. All right. Looks like SID seeing a resistance. Not too sure if you guys can see that previous resistance at 350. It does not mean 100% that it's going to peak out, but just based on that, we can have a better understanding that it's most likely going to see a resistance right there. Looks like DGAS is now seeing a downward trend, which means that UGAS is going to be continuing to rise. I'm in UGAS with, again, a very small position, so we're up on that. I want to see if we can approach what's it called, the $11 resistance, and actually break it. That was the overall plan, and I'd like to add another $2,000 to my position. But if it doesn't, and if it touches $11, and if I start to see it pulling back, I'll have my stop loss at 1090 to lock it in from my entry point of 1060 as of yesterday. So a nice little swing trade, again, nothing huge, but I feel like the potential for profit was much greater than the potential for loss, especially long term. So if we look at this, and looks like GNCA is breaking again. But yeah, definitely, if you guys want to break down, there you go, 1053, 1055, I like that. So this is already up 5%. If we would have gone in at 150, it's already up 5%, or what is that exactly? At 3.88%, and it continues to rise. This is the first time, I believe, since it's broken below. Yeah. First time since it's broken below that I think it's, there it goes. It looks like it might, the volume is starting to increase. I like that. Let's see. There we go. Okay, I think I found my pick for the day, my day trade for the day. So I'm in already on, oh, looks like it's already starting to run. There we go. All right, 641. One second, I want to see what the team has to say. And I don't know why that's my thumbnail. That's definitely not what I had. Looks like it's having a little bit of pullback. I think that's where I'm going to try to get in. All right, there we go. There's a solid pullback coming from 164. I think we can get a pretty solid entry out. 160. All right, I'm going to move the live stream over, or the conversation over to the Technical Solutions voice channel. So if you guys are a part of Technical Solutions, feel free to click on the voice channel, and that's going to be, if you guys could see my screen on the left-hand sidebar, you guys can just click on the live chat, and then you guys could hear exactly what it is that I'm going to be saying. I'm going to move the conversation over there just because we're getting over the 10-minute mark. But thank you guys again for tuning in. All the links are in the description. If you guys want to have a better understanding on how I found GNCA and how I called out that 150, you know, when my alert went off and all that stuff, feel free to reach out to me. You guys can DM me in the Technical Solutions Discord. Thank you guys again for everything that you guys do. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams, and like always, let your passion be what drives you in your success. Take care, team.